Hello, welcome. I found a really interesting video that I think we could watch. Ooh. Anyways, so we're gonna watch this video, Asia's most cursed items. Let's see if it feels legit.
This doll was found lying under a tree in Singapore.
I feel like I've heard
Today
this
we're talking
before.
about Asia's most haunted items, and we're starting with this very creepy ass looking doll. Look, there's Arabic words written on the blindfold of this doll.
Oh,
We
she's
will
on a
call
blindfold.
This the Hougang blindfolded doll. This doll was found leaning against a tree by the
Nothing scarier than a tree, am I right?
side of a busy road in Hougang in June 2014. Bismillah.
I heard him say 2015 and I was like, what?
From Arabic into "in the name of God" was written in thick black ink.
But he was in
across the
Singapore.
blindfold.
This was in Singapore. Why is the writing in
Imagine stumbling
Arabic?
across this doll on your midnight stroll, you know, maybe with
Don't
your
even keep a
girlfriend,
picture of
see
it.
this
So here's my rule. If something is cursed, like there's a picture I've seen online or something, I immediately close that shit, delete, erase my history. I don't know. So Chad, if you see my history is erased, just know it's because I saw something cursed. Not any other reason, you know. I just don't want any lingering essence of that that curse, you know. I swear I'm innocent. I promise. Lie meter going off the charts.
This doll, holy shit, man! Would you pick it up? Would
No.
you report it, or would
Hell
you just
no.
leave it there? Maybe give it a kick, see what happens.
Bro,
So
that's
there
literally
are
what I
some
do.
stories
Actually, I
and
wouldn't kick it.
rumors
I just leave it
online
alone.
about this doll. However, can't really be verified because it's just stories online. So rumor has it that the doll is possessed and has been moving around on its own when the original owner isn't home. The owner bounded the eyes and left it far away from home so that the doll wouldn't follow her back.
Oh. So it's oh.
Some say that the doll could be heard talking when it's left alone in a room and is found
Am I this doll? I talk alone when I'm alone in my room. Does that make me creepy? If I am alone in my room and I start talking to myself, are you gonna blindfold me and leave me outside? Chad.
with its head turned in a different direction. People heard it speak in the Malay language and it sounded like an adult female. The original owner found
What if she
that the
sounded
only
like a mommy? Sorry. What if she sounded hot? She'd be like, hey baby. Oh no, how scary. Please don't hurt me, mommy.
way to get rid of it and make sure it won't come back is to cover its eyes. The curse is rumored to have passed on to someone else who found it and untied the cloth unknowingly. On the very day locals found it, there was a freaky suicide, a guy hanging beside an apartment
my
block,
gosh.
and a murder case, which could be a coincidence. The doll has
Wait.
been missing
So there was both a suicide and a murder, or is that like the same thing?
Can you read? What are you, stupid?
Damn, you know, I think these cursed dolls are just not haunting the right people. I think these cursed items just need to start their own stream. You know, they just not appealing to the right audience.
being discovered. But how is it missing though? Someone kept it lah. Because people found it, right? In this picture, we can see 3 guys looking at the doll. So someone
Probably
has it lah.
uncovered it and then brought it back somewhere which we don't know.
What appeared to be a picture of the very same doll with her blindfold removed circulated some
God.
time later. It is a
She looks
very
so fucking creepy. What kind of guy would make a doll like that? She looks very cursed.
creepy doll. Or it could be a big prank, a big hoax in Singapore.
That's
Maybe
true.
we can try.
Doing that prank. Scatter dolls around Yishun.
Oh my god.
Creepiness
That would be
factor.
so diabolical. Nothing scarier than a public restroom, am I right? If I found a doll in a public restroom, I'd be like, oh, it's dirty.
My friend bought me a small bag of plastic babies and I've been hiding them everywhere in the house where my mom normally is.
No, that's so diabolical. That's so diabolical. I could never. Do you know what's my fear if I tried to do that? I don't know why, but like my brain just says to me, if I tried to do that, what if they actually start haunting the house? You know, I heard this quote from someone before. If you're gonna dance with the devil, you have to live with it when he sets you on fire. I was like, what a banger line. What a banger line.
See, the more you around, the more you're gonna find out.
The more you around, the more you can find out. That's funny.
Doll gets I'll put it at S first, because it is damn creepy.
I heard him say, I'll put it an
Next
ass,
we move on
and I was
to
like,
the
I'll put an ass?
Okiku doll. The origination is from Japan. This doll was purchased by a 17-year-old boy named Aikichi Suzuki during a visit to Sapporo for a marine exhibition in 1918. The doll was a gift from his travels for his 2-year-old sister named Okiku. When the doll was initially purchased, it had a hairstyle called okappa, similar to a bob cut, which is popular on Japanese dolls. Okiku
doesn't look
loved her
very
new doll, and
scary.
it served as the little girl's companion until she died suddenly from a cold-like illness at the age of 3.
Oh my
Some
God,
versions say
that's so
it was a
sad.
yellow fever. Devastated by their loss, Okiku's family put her favorite doll on the household altar, where they prayed in memory of Okiku. Before long, the family noticed that the hair on Okiku's doll had begun to grow, as if the hair was on the head of a human.
I've heard of this. Like, there were dolls that were like cursed in a way, or like they're alive in a way because the hair grows longer. When people make dolls, they like stuff the hair inside the head of the doll. What if, you know, the material's just getting loose and like the head of the doll isn't holding the hair that well anymore? That's why it looks like it's getting longer, because more of it's coming out of the head. I don't know. I'm just trying to be logical about it. You never know. Or either that or just burn the fucking doll. Like, I don't know. My parents got mad at me for touching a Ouija board once, and I was like, what if it looks cool? I would not touch a Ouija board. I mean, I would touch it and then I'd run. Cursed item starter pack, be a doll.
The hair grow. The family concluded
Be
that
a
the
ma-
restless spirit
A lot of this is what another thing I remembered. A lot of horror games have mannequins. So many fucking horror games have mannequins. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, a couple of indie games. They all had some sort of mannequin at some point. Just because the mannequins can be anywhere, it's just versatile. I mean, in day-to-day life, do you just see a mannequin anywhere? I think not. Like, I've never walked in my own house and seen a mannequin. But like in horror games, they have it inside houses and stuff. It's like, what is that doing here? I think just a lot of games have mannequins.
of Okiku, who died so young, was now inside her beloved doll. The doll remained with Okiku's family until 1938, when they moved to Iwamizawa in Hokkaido.
They didn't bring the
and
doll
gave the
with
doll
them?
to Menenji Temple,
Oh, okay.
where she remains enshrined to this day. She's now referred to as Okiku after her former owner. Some believe the hair that continues to grow from her head is the hair of the child, Okiku. Wow, if it's really growing, right, that's very hard to explain.
Apparently, up till this day, it is
It's still growing.
Yeah.
That means the hair must be fucking long already lah.
They do trim it.
Or they trim the
Oh, they
hair
trim
on-
the
Oh,
hair.
so cute. Okiku's
That's
hair
actually
growing
kind
party
of
trick
cute.
dip.
That's actually cute. You know, like instead of just like, oh, leave this doll, burn it, they're like, okay, it's okay, doll, we'll take care of you. That's actually kind of wholesome. I think if I was a spirit and I was angry at the world and then somebody is like really nice to me and takes care of me instead of being scared, I'd actually be like,
You know what? It's okay. I won't kill anyone anymore.
Didn't stop when she found a new home in Menenji Temple. Allegedly, her cropped hair grew nearly 10 inches, all the way down to her knees, during the beginning of her stay at the temple,
that's
and
a really
continues to
long hair.
require trimming to stop it from growing out of control. The priest that cuts her hair was said to receive a message from Okiku in his dreams, asking him to keep her hair trimmed. I wonder if the priest got perm her hair. Maybe dye her hair and give her a mohawk. A user named Azumi on Yahoo Japan's paranormal
I would give her a mullet. What if we have like matching hairstyles? The shock for them to be killed by the very thing they take care of would be so much more fun. Oh my god, that's evil. If I knew it was Husher's ghost, I'd protect the doll. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
cult forum
How
says
did
that it
doll's hair growth but I have an idea. What if we use the doll's hair and make wigs? Business idea. Smartest thing I've heard Usher say all stream. But if they found out where it was coming from, I think they wouldn't want the hair, but depends how desperate you are, I guess.
A Japanese paranormal book discussing Okiku claims the temple refuses to allow the doll to be disassembled and analyzed. Suspicious. Maybe it is a lucky trick. If they don't want it to be analyzed, Kali the temple just, using it as a hoax.
Oh,
Draw
that's so
more people
smart.
to come to the temple or maybe donate. You never know. You never know after reading so many stories of scams.
This is a very good point. Remember like using these kinds of phenomenons as kind of like a clickbaity thing, as like tourist trap attraction. It's kind of like, I want to see the cursed doll. Let me visit this temple and give, every time you have to enter the temple, you have to pay or a fee or like you have to donate something.
by this. Others claim the temple allowed some of the trimmed hair to be tested, which determined that it was indeed the hair of a real child.
Oh my
and
gosh.
if Okiku's story isn't creepy enough, some visitors believe her mouth is slowly opening to reveal a set of human teeth. So here is a plausible explanation. The
that's
hair on old
creepy
dolls
as
was
fuck.
by taking a long piece of human hair,
I
folding
hate
it in
that.
half, then gluing that part where it's bent into a small hole in the scalp of the doll.
So basically, how they believe the doll is made is like they fold real human hairs and then they glue it on the inside of the cover of the head, and then it comes out of like small holes at the top. So over time, it is believed that possibly
See, this
the
is what I was
glue
saying.
dissolve, and then the hair just starts
Unfolding.
unfolding.
Yeah,
and
like
then it
because of
starts
like
to
the glue or
off.
like.
That theory would make sense, except there are no hairs getting shorter. Also, the doll is almost never touched. In order to have one end of the folded hair pulled longer, you need someone or something pulling on it, but that doesn't happen. And thirdly, it seemed like the hair of the doll is still growing up to this day. Could it be gravity? Maybe gravity pulling the hair? So very interesting. Okiku doll.
I think like you don't need to pull on something for it to deteriorate necessarily. It's a really old doll. It was 1918 when it started. My grandma had a fucking doll with human hair in her bedroom. That is so creepy. Imagine the mouth opens up, but you see actual teeth just growing out of the plastic. Jesus Christ, that's wild.
Oh, I would want to visit this doll.
Thank you
I
for
wanna
the
see this
lurk.
doll. Okiku doll, it's quite creepy, but I wouldn't say it's as creepy as that Aokang doll over there. This Okiku doll just sounds like a cute girl.
I agree.
Who's vain, and wants to be pampered and taken care of. I'll put this in B lah. I'll give her a B. B. Oh no, I poke her eye. Shit. Terracotta Army. So
poke her
I've heard
eye,
of
shit.
this, studied this in school, but I never knew it was cursed. So the Terracotta Army was created during the
Oh.
reign of Qin Shi Huang, the
I
first
don't
emperor
believe
of a
this
unified
is
China,
haunted.
who ruled from 2021 to 2010 BC.
Speaking of teeth without supposed to grow, I discovered tumors can grow
Qin Shi
teeth.
Huang. How did I say
What?
Qin Shi Huang?
You sound like a
Qin Shi Huang.
fucking
I think that's
Angmo
adventures from my
The
actual
reign of
state of
Qin Shi
haunted dolls.
Huang. Qin Shi
I love
Huang
the tier listing
is- did I get
element
the
at work.
ing correct?
Time
Qin
to
Shi
spend more
Huang.
time with
Qin
Usher.
Shi Huang.
Hi,
Qin
Milk
Shi Huang.
Lover.
Qin
Also
Shi
brilliant
Huang
imposter.
was a
Thank you so
powerful
much.
and ambitious leader who wanted to ensure his control over both the living and the
She did tell me
afterlife,
that me
believing
and my
in a
brother tried to pick under his doll skirt when we were little kids. Oh my god, you pervert! Have some self-respect.
concept of immortality. The emperor sought various
So,
ways
sorry, I actually also did that with my Barbie doll. There was nothing underneath, by the way.
to cheat death, including alchemy and extensive tomb building project. The
I've
discovery
been
instantly became one of the most important
to
archaeological
this
finds of the 20th century.
place.
The site includes 4 main
it's in
pits,
China.
3 of which contain the army, and 1 that remains empty. The soldiers are
It did
arranged
not
in
feel
precise
haunted.
military formations,
It was
and
very
many
peaceful,
of them
actually.
were armed with real weapons, indicating their role as both symbolic and practical guardians of the emperor. The curse of the Terracotta Army. With the unearthing of such an incredible archaeological treasure, stories and legends of a curse have developed over time. Some believed the Terracotta Army and the emperor's tomb as a whole is cursed to protect it from disturbance by the living, in line with ancient beliefs about protecting the dead. So here are some deaths and misfortune that happened to the farmers who discovered the Terracotta Army. The farmers who initially discovered the Terracotta Army suffered significant misfortune. Of the group who found the army, Wang Puzhi waited until his family were out.
Wang Pucher. Wow, he said that so aggressively.
Slit a rope around
What?
his neck and ended his life. So he committed not living. He was
He
raped with
committed not living. You know, when I was sad and depressed, I wanted to commit not living.
disease and had no money to pay for medicine despite being one of the group that found the treasure. So I read a theory about diseases of people who raid pyramids. People say pyramids
You
are
know, that's a thing. Old places, such as pyramids, maybe archaeological finds and stuff like that. Whenever people get sick after finding it, I kind of wonder if maybe there were some bacteria, some germs, some whatever the that was in that fucking cave, tomb, whatever. You don't know what kind of it's been growing in there. And who knows? Maybe our bodies aren't prepared to deal with that because we no longer have to deal with those kinds of diseases and bacteria because, we don't encounter them anymore. I don't know. Maybe it is a curse. Maybe the mummy was like, the curse is the bacteria. The bacteria. Okay, somebody wants me to speak in Filipino accent. So the bacteria is actually the curse of the mummy. He's like, okay, I want you guys to die if you touch me. The curse is the friends we made along the way. Amen.
curse curse also. You shouldn't raid the pyramids. But some are saying that last time the diseases from way back then was trapped
Oh,
inside.
yeah,
You know, so when you unearth it, the
that's
disease
what I
got
was saying,
released,
you know.
and then you can because our modern bodies
Oh my God!
don't have the immunity for
Bro,
diseases back then.
I
Within
predicted. He's saying the same shit I was saying.
3 years of Puchi's suicide in 1997, the 2 youngest members
Thank you
of
so
the
much
team
for the follow, random190. Thank you so much. Wait, wait. Let me do an actual normal Filipino accent.
found the warriors Yang Wenhai and Yang
Yang.
Yan-xin died in their 50s, jobless and penniless.
Oh, that's so
Basically,
sad.
within 3 years of finding the
Terracotta.
Terracotta Army, basically their whole farm and
Tang ina,
village, their
the
livelihood,
voice just changed. Is it a
everything was
redeem? Yeah, somebody redeemed kasi. I don't usually like speaking this accent whenever I do like this stream because it's kind of weird. I like this voice. You like this voice? Daddy. Hi, Daddy. Oy, Daddy. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you, Daddy. Where is my pasalubong?
uprooted, and like everything was destroyed to create a museum, to create
The voice is very funny.
In a way, that is a real curse though. It's funny that they died penniless and jobless though. You would assume that they would be like damn rich for finding something
I
so
know,
huge.
I
right?
think they were rewarded, but then because there were a lot of corruption, a lot of those reward monies was siphoned off.
The 4 remaining
That
men
is so sad. That's so unfair. You know, that's not the curse of the Terracotta Army. That's called the curse of fucking humanity. Oh, that was the wrong sound effect. Let me try that again. That's not the curse of the fucking Terracotta Army. That's called the curse of fucking humanity. It's a funny voice. Southern is my favorite.
Yang Quan-yi
I mean,
and
like, it's not the Terracotta Army's fault that they never got the money.
Yang Pei-yan, Yang Zhi-fa, and Yang Xin-man. I don't know why I cannot read Chinese names. Earns measly pay to sit in official souvenir shops at the mausoleum of the first Qin emperor and signs books for tourists. This led to rumors that the site was cursed and that anyone who disturbed the emperor's tomb
something
or
that
his
pisses
army
me
would
off.
face
Corruption
dire
ruining so many
consequences.
lives is
This is an
fucking
image
awful.
of the
I know.
Terracotta warriors, and
Like,
I'm assuming
damn,
it's
can
in their
people just stop being
original
greedy?
state lah. They just built a modern ceiling.
Don't
and lights
get money,
above it.
that's
The
not
mystery of the
yours.
emperor's tomb. While the Terracotta Army has been extensively studied, Qin Shi Huang's actual tomb, located beneath a giant mound within the complex, has never been opened. The tomb
Oh,
is
really?
believed to be incredibly elaborate and full of treasures, including a miniature representation of his kingdom, complete with rivers of liquid mercury. Maybe that's why they don't open it, because mercury is like super poisonous. Ancient texts describe the tomb as a palace for the emperor in the afterlife, with traps designed to deter robbers. Terracotta
That's
Army,
actually really
the founder
cool.
story is very interesting, but I don't think
it's cursed.
super
I really don't
cursed.
think it's cursed.
Let's
There's not
see.
enough evidence for me to say
Now
that
we
this is
move on to
cursed.
the
Kumantong.
I'm sure many of you have already heard about this before. So the backstory,
One and
Kumantong is a
only
famous and controversial spirit
XT.
amulet in
Thank you so
Thailand,
much for the
associated with
follow.
occult practices and deeply rooted in Thai folklore. It is believed to house the spirit of a stillborn or unborn child,
Okay,
and
now
is often
that's
sought
kinda
by
creepy.
individuals seeking protection, wealth, and good
The Asian
fortune.
pathogen theory is solid. I also think so. It makes so much sense. A week ago, like last week, my brother just goes in my room for like 30 minutes, and then later on, he started having sore throat and colds. So are you saying my room is cursed? I think most places are hoaxes, but I do believe in cursed things. Many things are still being discovered and unknown. I also believe, here's the thing, I do believe that there are things that may be cursed. I actually generally believe in paranormal. Not 100%, but I think it's possible. Do you remember that episode in SpongeBob? Most important meal of the day, serving up Gary's way, and then he tries Gary's food. Because he was losing his fucking ID. Do you remember that episode? That was amazing. Also, we haven't finished the video. My editor is gonna actually hate me. He's gonna be like, Husher, can't you just react to the video so I can edit it without having to clip this whole fucking segment of you just randomly talking about SpongeBob? It has nothing to do with the video. Sorry, editor. Raven. Thanks for your help. He doesn't actually complain. He doesn't complain. He never really complains. I just tell him like,
Can you like make this part and this part into a video?
and he's like, okay. And I'm like,
Thank you. Hee hee.
and then he'd send me like edited videos, and then I'd forget to check it, and then he'd remind me 2 days later and be like, did you already check it? And I'm like,
Oopsie. Dee No.
and I'm like, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm sorry. Oops. All right, we'll keep watching.
Darker side to this tradition, as Kumantong is connected to necromantic rituals that invoke the spirits of deceased children. The name Kumantong translates to golden boy, reflecting
Golden
the spirit's
boy.
youthful nature and the positive attributes it is believed to bring when properly worshipped. So you're basically looking after a child spirit, a child entity that is encapsulated or trapped in the amulet. The origins of Kumantong can be traced back to Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya, that's a Overwatch map.
Oh my god! This guy! Oh, that's funny. I didn't expect that. I think all gamers are the same. It's like that moment when I'm like, Ari? Oh, that's a League character. You know, something like that. And he just says like this word. What's it?
Is encapsulated or trapped in the amulet. The origins
Hi,
of Kumantong can be traced
Mr.
back to
Tarwan,
Ayutthaya.
welcome in.
Ayutthaya.
Akutaya.
That's
It's
an
an
Overwatch
Overwatch map.
Ayutthaya. The origins of Kumantong can be traced back to Ayutthaya, an ancient kingdom in Thailand, and the practice is rooted in Thai animist and Buddhist beliefs. The legend of Kumantong is thought to have first been written about in Thai classical literature, most notably in the epic tale of Kun Chang Kun Pain, which recounts the life of a warrior named Kun Pain. In the story, Kun Pain creates a Kumantong by
I
performing
think it's
a ritual
Kun Paen. But I don't know.
that
Kun
involves the
Pain.
fetus of his
Paen.
unborn child. He extracts the fetus from the body of his
Oh
wife
my.
who dies during pregnancy and uses black magic to enchant the stillborn fetus, turning it into a spiritual entity
Okay.
to serve him. By
Oh.
roasting the fetus over
Oh.
a fire and coating it in gold,
Did it smell good?
Kun Pain imbues it with magical powers to protect him in battle and bring him success. This ritual
That's
from the
so creepy though. You barbecuing a fucking fetus and then putting gold leaves on it? That sounds like gourmet.
legend likely reflects real ancient necromantic practices that involved using the bodies of unborn children to create spiritual entities for supernatural purposes.
I think there are different versions of it. There's like the Toyo.
Oh god. That Gordon Ramsay, finally some good food. Gold leaf is such a scam. I know, it doesn't even taste like anything. It's just simply for bragging rights and for aesthetic purpose. You're like, nom 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 nom. The taste of being rich. Yummy.
I think for Kumantong, how they create this is they
Different method.
roast it over
When you say roast, it
fire,
sounds like you're gonna eat
and then
it.
they
See, the guy said
put,
yummy
gold
too.
leaf.
So it's more like a delicacy lah. Today, while the use of actual human remains has largely been abandoned
Me and this
due
guy share a fucking brain cell at this point.
legal and ethical concerns, Kumantong still exists in a less sinister form. Modern Kumantong amulets are typically made of clay, wood, or metal
at least
and
they're
are
not.
consecrated through rituals by monks or spiritual
they're not made of,
practitioners.
like,
These amulets often
children.
depict a young boy in traditional Thai attire, holding objects such as sacks of gold, symbolizing the wealth and prosperity the spirit brings to its owner. To
I've
activate the
seen
spirit
this.
in the amulet, devotees must perform rituals and offer food, sweets, toys, and incense to the Kumantong as if it were a living child. In some cases, individuals believe the spirits of the Kumantong can communicate with them, provide warnings about danger, and help bring about favorable outcomes in business or personal life. However, the spirit can also become mischievous or vengeful if neglected or treated disrespectfully. I think I had a friend once who had a Kumantong and then she says she feed Yakult, and apparently the Yakult level did go down according to her. And
Wait,
it-
that's so funny. It's like a Tamagotchi. I'm pretty sure it's just evaporating. But sure. Anyways.
Again, it's just stories, right?
Feed
There's
your
a Singaporean story found
Tamagotchi.
on Reddit as well about
Tamagotchi.
the Kumantong. And I'm sure many of you also have had stories of Kumantong. It's quite a common
Thank you
thing
so
here
much,
in
NX.
Singapore as well. If any of you have stories
Oh, is it
or
Night
friends who have
FPS?
stories, please
Welcome
comment
in.
down below in the comment section. I would read them because I love reading these kind of stories. So here's a story we found on Reddit. Even
love
though I helped
Reddit.
my parents with taking care of him, the Kumantong, I never really believed in it like my parents did. However, something weird happened to me yesterday and I'm not sure what to think of it. It's currently my semester break from
Nate,
university
okay.
and I've taken up a part-time job to get some extra cash to spend. Usually I had to be awake 6:45 a.m.
Who wakes up at 6:45? Damn, you people with like functioning body clocks and having healthy habits. I can never relate.
to prepare myself before I head out of the house. I
Oh,
have to travel
and don't tell me, Chad. I know you guys are awake at 6:45. Not because you slept It means because you haven't slept. Don't think I don't know. You haven't slept if you're awake at 6:45. You're gonna be like, oh, Husher, I've been awake at 6:45. Yeah, because you haven't slept yet, you little insomniac freak. I know you.
Travel an hour to the place I work, so I had specifically said that I was to leave the house by 7:30 a.m. But I was so tired that I accidentally turned off the alarm on my phone. You know when you're so familiar with your phone that you know how to unconsciously press the button to turn off the alarm?
Wait,
Yes.
what if I say that? If I had like a job, I'd be like, I turned off my alarm without realizing it. That's why I'm late. I don't think anybody would actually take that excuse.
In my
I would
sleep,
also-
I
I
felt
love
someone
sleeping.
pulling my leg,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
reflexively pulled it back, thinking nothing of it. Again, it was pulled. It was
I
not a-
love that so much because I feel like I would do the same. Like if I felt something in my sleep pulling my leg, I just pull my leg back and be like, probably just my dream.
a harsh pull like those you see in horror films where the person was being pulled off the bed. It was just a small tug. Stop it, I mumbled in my sleep before turning to face
I would
the
think
other
it's my
side.
cat. I'd be like, is that my
It's time
cat?
to wake up. I heard a soft voice beside
I'd be like, oh my
ear.
God, did
Upon
my
hearing
cat learn
that,
how to talk?
My eyes instantly shot open and I looked around my room. I was an only child and had no
Oh.
siblings. Thus, it scared the shit out of me when I heard a little boy's voice beside my ear. Creepy. I'm not sure if
That's
it was
creepy.
just in my mind or if I really heard someone else in my room. Before I left the house, I passed by the altars in the corridor and my eyes flickered to the side to glance at the Kumantong. I swear its usually expressionless face was replaced with a slight
Oh
smile.
my God.
At least the story ended on a good note. You reached
Wait,
home on time. But
actually, if a ghost is gonna haunt me, I wouldn't mind being haunted that way. Like the ghost woke her up. That's actually like a really great thing. I would come home and look at the spirit and be like, I don't know if it's a spirit. I'd just be like, hey, whoever you are, I just want to thank you for waking me up. You are a Giga Chad. Imagine a little ghost being your personal itinerary. I just want somewhere during the day, it will whisper to me, you forgot to do your homework. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I mean, imagine. Wow. I'd be so happy.
the child spirit just wants you to reach work on time. That's so kind. Kumantong roasted fetus. Yummy. I'll put this in. I guess it's a A. I guess
That's my
again it's
same
quite close to
thought.
home as well. The method of
Yum.
preparing it is quite creepy, quite scary. Getting a real fetus and then roasting it. Yeah, that's it for today's episode of Asia's Most Haunted.
A roommate that
I'll see
doesn't
you guys
leave
in
dishes
the
and you
next
don't have to.
And I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.
Bye.
That's fun.
So there's a weird shadow behind you. Look at that.
Bro, what?
Look like a ghost, yeah.
Huh?
But it's the fan. Oh wait, never mind. I don't know. Okay, never mind. Nothing.
Oh my God.
Nothing.
The way she looked at the camera, she's like, the fuck is this guy for real? Is he like fucking with me? I will fuck his face. I will kill him in his sleep.